What's up everybody, welcome to the channel. I'm in the middle of expedition mode in Aeons and the New Age. This is the third nemesis, the Ageless Walker. Have one new card I think in the market now, and just recruited Soskull. He's in as a mage. And let's see, I also have a new treasure level 2 card which allows me to gain a charge every time I open a breach, and if I start the turn and all my breaches are open, I'll gain a charge. Alright, so that's everything new. Like always, I'm not going to show you how to set up other than the Nemesis deck. I just don't want you to think I'm doing anything funny with the cards, so I'll show you the 3 tier 3 Ageless Walker cards. I have to add 7 cards from the other cards. 7 of them have to come from the tier 3 basic. 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 of the upgraded ones, so that means I'll have to add 2 to make 7 from the usual pile, the basic pile. I'm not gonna lie, this was the boss that I sort of rage quit on this game a couple months back when I first started playing it. I thought I beat him. It was like the 3rd time I fought him. I thought I beat him, and then I looked at the rules and I was playing wrong, and I just thought he was impossible. I put the game back on the shelf, and it's been like 9 months or so. But I decided to reset, go through it again. There's 3 there. There needs to be 5 added ones. There's 4 there. So 1 comes out from the basic. I kind of got like a little strategy in mind to go against this guy. I'm going to try to buy a whole bunch of cheap cards. So I don't run out of cards, and attach a bunch of shit to my breaches. Soskull's got a cool power that lets you gain a charge when you cast a spell from a breach, and let's just hope that I could get something going here. Alright, there's 3 cards. I need to add 3 total. There's only 2 upgraded basics. That means I'll be adding 1. In case you're wondering, the Nemesis here, he adds this card. It's the Curse of Aging. And when I draw up, if I reveal that card, once it's in my hand, I lose a health, draw another card, and discard that Curse of Aging. Just make the Nemesis deck up. I'm sorry, not the Nemesis deck, the turn order deck. For some reason, I'm not very good at the initial shuffle. It seems like drawing 2 number 1 cards, and then I'll draw like 2 of the player 2 cards. It's really weird. Let's see if I do it again. Alright, first up, Gygar over there. Let's start by prepping these spells. Then I'll have 3 ether. I'll use that to buy the Resonant Pearl. See? Alright, anyway. Okay, let's deal. No, you know what? Garu's Torch could focus any player's breach. Alright. Tidal Surge gains a charge. Have 3 Ether again. Okay, so here's that card. This card cannot be destroyed or exiled. When it is in your hand, immediately suffer 1 damage. And then draw a card. Discard this card. Alright. Be seeing a lot of that. Over to 1. Let's prep that. Spark. Now we have 4. I'll hang on to the lucky coin. I'll spend these 3. Now you know what? This actually counts as an ether, so I have 4. I'll use those 4 to open this breach. Alright. This treasure level 2, when a player opens a breach, that player gains a charge. Let's go ahead and do that. I'll put these back down that way. I'm telling you, man, I shuffled it. I don't know why I did that. Alright. Spark, deal 1 damage. Okay. Prep that. I'll spend Kadir's Emerald. Any player gains 1 life. Get that 1 back. And now with these 3 ether, I'll buy the pearl. There's the curse. It says immediately suffer 1 damage, draw a card, discard the card. Alright. Nemesis. Alright, this is a power 3 card. I could get rid of it with 6 ether. If I don't, it says reveal the top card of the turn order deck. If it's a player turn order card, unleash 3 times. Otherwise, any player suffers 5 damage. Man, that's brutal. Listen, I just realized I forgot. The most expensive card in the market is supposed to start the exile pile. I do that sometimes. I usually catch it before it's too late. If you guys have been watching, you might have noticed. And if I do make a mistake, it's usually hurting me. It's not like I'm breaking the game, and it's usually against my favor and in the Nemesis favor. Anyway, okay, so that's done. That's out. We're gonna lose a token on this card. Alright, it's another power 3. There is no way to get rid of this one. And it says the players collectively exile 2 cards in hand. Alright. I don't know how else to shuffle, man. Okay, here we go. Player 2. We'll deal 1 damage. Gain 1 charge. Prep Garu's Torch. Okay, now I have 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll have to keep that crystal. I'll spend these. That'll give me 4. And I'll buy this Aether Conduit. When I attach this to a player's breach, any spell cast from it will gain 1 Aether to the player who casts the spell. Basically. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5. Nemesis. Okay, this is an attack. Any player exiles a spell in their hand or discard pile. And Gravehold suffers 2 damage. So let's get that out of the way. 2 damage. And now any player exiles a spell in their hand or discard pile. Alright. Over to 1. Spark will deal 1 damage. Like that. Prep that spark. Now I have 4. I'll take Recurring Jasper for the 4. These will go down. Nemesis. Alright. So, reveal the top card of the turn order deck. If it's a player turn order card, unleash 3 times. Otherwise, any player suffers 5 damage. Alright. Unleash 3 times means any player exiles a card in hand or the top card of their discard pile. So we have to do that 3 times. I'll do that 1, 2, 3 times. Okay. I took the token off of that one. We still have to unleash twice. Gravehold suffers 1 damage. Unleash twice. 1, 2. Alright. Now, just because I revealed it, I still think it's their turn. So we're going to go over to 1. 1's turn was, first we're going to spark. Deal 1 damage there. Let me, Kadir's Emerald will allow me to gain a life back. Okay, and I'll buy, Kashi's in this 2 Ether, I'll buy this card for 1 Ether, this card for another Ether, and then I'll buy a Resonant Pearl with these 3. Okay, there's the curse. First I have to suffer a damage, draw a card, discard the curse. Over to 2. Alright, Garu's Torch allows me to focus a breach. Let's prep Tidal Surge. Now I have 5. I'll use 3 to get a Resonant Pearl. I have 2. Now I'll cash those in for 2 ether. I can buy this one, and this one. Alright. Put all these back. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, there's the curse. I have to suffer 1 damage. Draw a card, discard the curse. The Nemesis. Alright, here we go. The players collectively exile 2 cards in hand. Alright. And draw a card. It's a minion with 5 health. It's kind of a cool picture. Some dude getting swallowed in some mud or something. Anyway, nothing immediate. Gravehold suffers 2 damage. Any player discards the top card of their deck. Alright. 2. Gain a charge. Here we go. I'm going to attach this ether conduit. That'll allow me to gain an ether anytime I cast a spell from there. Let me prep that spell, prep that spell. Alright, and I have 2 ether on that card. I'll gain a charge. Next up, number 1. Okay. Prep these sparks. Alright, I have 3 ether. I'll spend the 3 ether to focus that breach. They have the same cards, look at that. Alright, next up, 2. Okay, this says gain a charge, and spells cast from that breach gain a ether. Garu's Torch lets me focus a breach. Let me cash in all these charges. Doing that allows me to put a surge token there. Now I deal 1 damage every time I cast a spell from that breach. So now I have 8. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And you know I'm buying the most expensive spell, the Spirit Lift. While prepped, once during your turn, when you gain a charge, an ally gains 2 charges. Alright. Put them back down this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, I'm unsure if as soon as I put that spell down into the breach, is that prepped or is it when it comes back around to my turn? So like I said, I play the hard way. I'll wait till my turn comes back to get the benefit of that card. Alright, you know the deal. We'll suffer damage, draw a card, discard. Okay, Nemesis. Gravehold suffers 2 damage. Any player discards the top card of their deck. That's going to let me focus a breach. So that's kind of important. Discard the top card of the deck. Alright. Okay, power 3 card. I could spend 6 to get rid of it. 6 ether. Otherwise, I will have to unleash, and Gravehold will suffer 4 damage. And number 1. Alright, so let's deal 1 damage here. Another damage looks like this. Because I don't want to get stuck with the 1. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do the trick where an ally discards their Resonant Pearl in hand. They get to draw a card. I get to gain an additional ether. So right now I have 8. So here's 2, 4, 5, 6. To get rid of this card. Not having any of that. And with these 2, I'll gain a charge. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's the curse. We suffer a damage. Draw a card. Discard. That 1 minion is beginning to show me I need to start purchasing some spells. I do not have enough spells. 5 health, he should be dead. Okay. Over to 2. I don't have any spells. So 2, damn. Alright, I'll prep Garu's Torch. Tidal Surge. 2. 2 on a charge. I'm gonna have to hang on to this Tidal Surge. 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright. Nemesis. Gravehold suffers 2 damage. Any player discards the top card of their deck. I got a feeling this is a crystal. Oh. Alright, and we have to draw a card. Power card. Spend 8. Let's get rid of a power 2. This will unleash twice. Any player suffers 4 damage. Oh, that's kind of brutal. Okay. Nemesis again. Gravehold suffers 2 damage. Any player discards the top card of their deck. Oh, crap. Alright, and token comes off. And this is unleashed twice. So, any player exiles a card in hand or the top of their discard pile. To do that twice. So here's 1. 2. Any player suffers 1 damage and places their most expensive card in hand on top of their deck. So let's do that out of Soskull here. Suffer 1 damage, and their most expensive card in their hand is the Recurring Jasper. It's going back on top. Alright. I don't have to worry about that coming up now. So, number 1. Prep this spell. Gain 1 life. This is only 1 ether. I'll have to hold on to it. Alright. 2, 3, 4, 5. I should have bought that card. That's what I should have did. Okay, next 1. We'll deal 1 damage. Okay, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, I'm going to do that trick now. An ally may discard a Resonant Pearl, draw a card. If they do that, I gain an additional. Alright, now that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That would have been brutal. I didn't like that one. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got the curse. Suffer 1 damage. Draw a card. Discard the curse. Okay, and over to 2. I can kill this minion now. Garu's Torch will deal 1 damage plus 1. And gain an ether. Tidal Surge lets me gain a charge. No. This is a charge. Like that. Alright, let me prep that spell. Now I have 4, 5. Alright, so I'll use these 3. Will allow me to focus that breach. When I do that, I'm allowed to cast a spell from a breach that I focus, and I will gain a charge here. Don't ask me why I didn't put it here. I caught it. All right. This will go like that. These will go like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's the curse. Curse says deal a damage, draw a card, discard the curse. Two. All right. It says gain a charge, deal a damage, gain an ether. When I gain the charge from the title search, once during your turn when you gain a charge, an ally gains 2 charges. So I plan on just leaving that there for a little while. While prepped, once during your turn. Yeah, so like I can only do that once, but if I leave it there prepped, I'm just gonna keep doing it. So I don't know if I'm playing wrong. Seems right to me. You let me know in the comments section below. Alright. Let's prep Garva's Torch again. Now I have 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. If I spend 5, I can open this breach. Now, when a player opens a breach, that player gains 1 charge. I'm going to cash in all these charges. That lets me put a surge down. I still have 2. Two's good for her. You know what? Let me buy 1, 2. I don't know if I mentioned it, by the way. When these cards go into the exile, you can buy them back. You have to pay the cost plus 1. So if you've been paying attention, I've been spending 1 to buy the cards that cost 0. I don't think I've purchased any cards from the exile pile that cost more than 0 technically yet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll get the curse. Take 1, draw 1, discard 1. Alright. Ready? Over to 2. Okay, Garva's Torch lets me focus any player's breach. Focus that one. When I do that, I can deal 2 damage. And I gain an ether. Let me prep those spells. I'll spend those 2 on a charge. You know what? He's already full, so I won't do that yet. He's full. Because I'm only going to do it because he's going to get 2 every time I buy 1. So let's look at this again. I have 5. With 5. I will, you know, I probably need one of these. This costs 3, so 3. And then these 2. I'll buy 2 cards from the exile pile. 1, 2. Goes back. Alright, next up is 1. Okay, so the first thing I'll do is cash in these charges. When I do that, I'm allowed to place an energized token on any player's breach that doesn't already have one. So, energized breach. When a spell is cast from the breach, I will get a charge. Alright. Let me prep those 2. Let me use Kadir's Emerald to gain a life back for Gygar. Now I have 3. I will buy a Resonant Pearl. One. Alright, we're going to deal 1 damage here. 1 damage here. I can open this breach for 4. This will count as 2. 4 to open. Now, the top card is a spell, so that allows me to put this card back on top of the discard. Not the discard, the deck. Top of the deck. When I open a breach, thanks to my treasure card over here, I gain a charge. Alright. Now with these 3, I'll buy a pearl. Put these back like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got the curse, so lose a health, draw a card, discard the card. Nemesis. Unleash twice. Right? That means send a card to the exile pile. Alright. Gravehold suffers 2 damage. And the player with the most expensive prep spell discards that spell. Okay. Nemesis again. This is a power card, power 1. I could spend 7 ether to get rid of it. Otherwise, I'll unleash twice. Gravehold suffers 4 damage. Not so worried about my mages. A little worried about Gravehold. And I need to start putting a dent in this Ageless Walker. Okay. Then oh fudge. Okay. Unleash twice. So we'll unleash once here. Unleash again here. Gravehold suffers 4 damage. Right. Draw a card. Unleash twice. Oh, shoot. Man, these are expensive cards you're taking from me here. What? Okay, that's 1. You know what? I don't want to put that on the top though. 1, 2. I gotta get this back. That's important. Okay, so that was unleash twice. The player with the lowest life suffers 3. That's gonna look like that. Holy sh. Alright, over to 1. Alright, I have 4 ether. 4. I gotta get this card back. So that costs 1. Now I have 3. This is how I'm gonna get some health back. So it costs 1 for that, 3 for that, that's the 4. That was not a spell on the top. Prep. 5. Alright, I'll buy this for 4. I'll have to hang on to... you know what? Alright, that costs 4. And this says if I could sell a charge for 2 ether. So now I have 3. I'll buy another one of these caged fires. There's the curse. Suffer damage. Draw a card. Discard the curse. The nemesis. Alright, power 3. No way to get rid of it, so this is happening. The players collectively exile 2 cards in hand or discard pile. That costs 2 or more. Alright. Over to 2. Let's start with gaining a charge. Alright, when I do that, that breach has an energized token on it. I gain another charge. Deals 2 damage. And I gain a ether. This says I can gain a charge, and it does 1 damage on cast. Now I have 5. I'm going to do the trick where Saskel discards the pearl, draws a card, and when they do that, I gain an ether. Now I have 6. gonna buy this bouncing boom. One, two, three, four, five. There's the curse. Suffer 1 damage, draw a card, discard. Alright, back to 2. Let me prep Garo's Torch. I'm going to destroy the Caged Fire, gain 2 life. Now I have 3. Tethered Darts cost 3. For the 1. So let's deal 1 damage. Let's deal 1 damage, plus 1 is 2. Yikes. Alright, destroy Caged Fire, gain 2 life. Kadir's Emerald gains a life. I will spend these 4 on the Force Amplifier. This could go back onto my deck because there's a spell on top. I'll put these down that way. Over to 2. Let's, I think I got more spells here. Now let me focus Oscul's Breach. When I do that, I energize. I deal 2 damage. I gain an ether. Alright. This is 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to do the trick again. Resonant Pearl. When he discards that, he draws a card. And I gain an ether. Okay, so I have 2, 4, 5, 6. For the bouncing boom. There's the curse. Suffer 1 damage. Draw a card. Discard. Over to 1. Let me attach the Aether Conduit to Oscul's level 4 Breach. Let me destroy the Caged Fire, gain 2. Now I have 5. Let me do the trick here. Gygar will discard that. Draw. I gain an ether. Now I have 2, 4, 5, 6. I will get a bouncing boom. There's the curse. Suffer damage. Draw a card. Discard. Nemesis. Token. And it's a minion. This minion has 12. Immediately, any player exiles 1 card in hand. And then persistent, any player discards their most expensive card in hand. Discard. Okay. Over to 2. Alright. Tidal Surge. Allows me to gain 1 charge. Spirit Lift. Allows me to gain 2 charges to an ally when I gain a charge. Energize lets me gain a charge. Oh, but I'm full. 2 damage. Will come out of there. Gain an ether. And discard my most expensive card in hand. I can't allow that. So deal 5 damage here. And get on with my turn. First thing I'll do is cash in these charges. That lets me put a surge token down. Yeah. It's 2, 3. Yeah, I gotta start doing damage here. So with 3. You know what, I'm gonna do the trick. They will discard that, allows them to draw a card, and then I get to pick up another ether. So now I have 4. The Nemesis. Okay, this token comes off. Any player discards their most expensive card in hand. Looks like we won't be seeing the Force Amplifier fire off. Alright. This is a power card, power 3. I could spend 7 ether to get rid of it. Otherwise, I'll have to unleash twice, exile a card from the most expensive supply pile, and Gravehold suffers 4 damage. Okay. Any player gains a life. Prep that. Prep that. I have to keep this. No, you know what? I'll spend it. I'll buy this back. Nemesis. Okay. The players collectively exile 2 cards in hand or discard pile that cost 2 or more. So 2 cards that cost 2 or more. In hand. Two or more. I wasn't aware of any cards that cost 2. Anyway. So you know what that's gonna be. Did I shoot a tethered darts? No. Because I'll get rid of a tethered darts. Shit. Alright, so goodbye. Two or more. Actually, did I take those out of my hand? I'd rather take them out of my discard pile. So watch what I'm going to do here. Those came out of my hands, right? I'd prefer them come out of my discard pile, right? In hand or discard pile, same thing. That's done. Any player discards their most expensive card in their hand. What? Alright. That was the most expensive card in my hand. This loses a token. This is a power 1 card that is not going anywhere. It says unleash if the top card of the exile pile costs more than 1 ether. Gravehold suffers 4 damage. Otherwise, Gravehold suffers 8 damage. Alright, so that's not so bad. I gotta make sure I don't put a card that costs 0 in the exile pile before that fires off. You fucking suck. Alright, any player discards their most expensive card in their hand. Dude. That loses a token. This is going to happen. Unleash. Now wait, I don't understand the order of this here. If the top card of the exile pile costs more after I unleash? Yo. Okay, so now the top card costs more than 0 ether. Gravehold suffers 4 damage. Otherwise it would have been 8. And I still have to draw a card. This is a power 1, unleash 3 times. In order to stop that from happening, it says I'll need to destroy 2 opened breaches. Are you high? I'm not doing that. Unleash 3 times? Yeah, no, I would totally do that. I'd do that right now if I can make that card go away. But you know what? It's gotta be all at once. Alright, anyway, I'm just thinking out loud. Over to 2. Let's do this bouncing boom here. This will deal 2 damage. When I do that, I energize, so I get a charge. I deal 3 more damage. And I get an ether. This is Echo. Now, I'm going to go to the rule book real fast, so I have to use it on the same enemy? I doubt it. There's not a big section about Echo. It just says, when you cast a spell with Echo, resolve the cast effects twice. Any additional effects granted for casting the spell are added to both resolutions. Doesn't say anything about the target being different. So, I'm going to echo that onto the Nemesis. Deal 2 damage. When I do that, I'm going to energize. Means get a charge. Deal 3 damage. 1, 2, 3. Get another ether. Okay. This says gain a charge. This says deal 2 damage if it was cast from open 3 breach. I can throw it into their hand, and that adds a damage. So that's 3. Let me prep Garo's torch. I have 4. Unleash 3 times. Wish I had some shitty cards in my hand when that fires off. 4. For 4, I'll buy the Force Amplifier. Okay. Okay. 1, 2. There's the curse. Suffer a damage. Draw a card. Discard. Back to 2. Alright. I will focus a breach. Okay, when I do that, I will energize. I will deal 3 damage. I will gain an ether. spend these to gain a charge. Cash in the charges. Add a surge token here. I still have 3. I'll buy Caged Fire for 3. All right. That looks nice. Over to 1. Alright, let's deal 1 damage. Let's deal 2 damage. We're going to gain an ether here. Let me spend these. That's 3. I'll open this breach. When I open a breach, I gain a charge. Okay. This card is going back because there's a spell on top. Alright, so now every turn is going to start with all 4 breaches are open. I'll gain a charge at the beginning of every turn. Prep that tethered darts. Now I have 3. I'll do the trick. Gygar is going to discard their pearl, draw a card. I gain an ether. Now I have 4. Buy that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here's the curse. Suffer a damage. Draw a card. Discard. Destroy 2 open breaches. I will do that now. If I get the chance with Saskel, they have to be open, right? Let's see. Yes, I will do that. Alright, first, let's deal 2 damage. It's cast from a 3, so it could go here. Does another damage for that breach it's on. Okay. This bouncing boom does 2 damage. Okay, I gain a charge or an ether. Now I'm gonna echo. I'm gonna deal 2 more damage. 1, 2. Oh, this deals an additional damage. I don't know if I did it the first time. 3. I didn't do it the first time. So technically, 46. Yeah. I don't think I did it the first time because I did 2 plus the 1 is 3. I did it again. Gain another ether. You know what? I don't want to be wrong. I don't know if I did it the first time. I definitely did it the second time. Alright, man. I am destroying 2 open breaches, so I don't have to unleash 3 times. Destroyed. Okay. Let me prep Force Amplifier. Hang on a second. Now, spend 7. Alright, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, man. Getting rid of this too. This was spend 7 to discard. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And this card goes back on top because there's a spell on the top. Nemesis. Okay. It's a minion. So those Evangelion looking monsters. There's nothing immediate with them. Any player suffers 3 damage. If this minion has 6 or less life, it gains 3. Oh, they're pretty tough, man. 3 damage. Alright, 2. I gotta kill them right away. So I'm not messing with that. Alright, let me do this in the order so that I get 2 charges over here. Let me first gain 1 charge. Do a damage on the cast. And when I gain a charge, an ally gains a charge. Thanks to the Spirit Lift. They only get 1. Alright. So 1 damage, 1 charge. Charge over there. Now, the Spirit Lift will deal 5 damage. When I do that, I will energize, get a charge, 4 damage. Looks like that. Gain a ether. Right. I feel like I just got lucky. Let me go ahead and prep the bouncing boom like that. Now I got too many spells. Oh crap, I gotta hang on to these. Alright. I'm gonna waste that. I draw 2 cards. The good news is I didn't get the curse. Okay. Over to 1. Alright, deal 3 damage. If it's cast from an open 4, deal an additional 1. And the one from the breach makes 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Casting a spell will allow me to gain an ether. Let me cash in all these charges. When I do that, I'm able to energize a breach. I'll energize that one. Right now, prep that and that. Let me buy. Alright, so this makes 3, and since that card is a spell, it goes back on the top. I'm gonna be stuck with these. Right? Three, 4, 5. Oh, I did it again. Won't get the curse. Two. know what, that player started with all open breaches. They should have gained a charge. I missed it. I caught it now. I already flipped the card. I'm not going to do it. Just know I know. This is hard to keep track of everything. Double fisting this game. Alright, anyway. Maybe not for you guys. Maybe you guys are really good. Let's do this. Let's deal 2 damage. Plus the 1. Okay, when I do that, I energize. Now let's do the echo. Let's do it all over again. Let's do the 2 damage. Plus the 1. And we'll energize. This will deal 3 damage. This will deal 2 damage. I will energize. I will get 4 more damage there. I will get a ether. And now I'm going to echo. I'm going to deal 2 damage. I'm going to energize, but I can't. Full. I'll deal 4 damage. And I'll gain an ether. It costs 7 to open that. Let me cash in all these charges. Gain a surge. Now I still have 4. 4 will focus. 4 to focus. There's the curse. Suffer 1 damage. Draw a card. Discard. The Nemesis. Alright, so power 1. It's going to happen no matter what. When it does, unleash twice. The players collectively destroy the 2 most expensive prep spells. Let's see, that's going to do 5 damage there. 7. I think the next time each player takes their turn, it's gonna do it for the Ageless Walker. It's gonna do them in. One. All right. Let's do the spark. Deal 1 damage. Oh, hang on. At the start of any player's turn, if that player has no closed breaches, they gain a charge. See, I didn't forget that time. Okay, 2 damage. 1 plus 1 is 2. Deal 3 damage. If this is from a level 4 breach, deal an additional damage. Is 4 plus 1 is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then that says gain an ether. 2, 4, 6, 7. I don't know. I'm gonna buy the bouncing boom for 6. It's 1. Before I do that, it's 2, 4. I threw the gem back. This is gonna go back to the pile. Alright. This has to get kept. These two will go back down this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's the curse. Suffer damage. Draw a card. Discard. Nemesis. This says unleash twice. Any player exiles a card from their hand or the top card of their discard pile. 1, 2. The players collectively destroy the 2 most expensive prepped spells. That's these. Shit. Alright, this says unleash 4 times. Or Gravehold suffers 4 damage and any player suffers 4 damage. Unleash 4 times. Alright, unleash 4 times. Any player exiles a card in hand. So 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're getting towards the end. I'm losing my treasured spells. Okay. 2. Says to gain 1 charge, I will energize. I will cast 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage. Man, so close. Come on. Caged Fire. I'll destroy to gain 2 health. Now I have 2. You know, for 2, I'm gonna buy Garo's Torch and Kadir's Emerald. Over to 1, deals 1 damage, plus the breach, gain a charge, or gain an ether, I'm sorry. Oh, all my breaches were open, so I gain a charge. And prep that. I have 3. So for 3, let me get my coin back. 1. And I have 2 left. gain a charge. I don't remember. Whatever. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Please, man. Oh my god, please. Alright, power 2. I got some time. Power 2. I'm not even gonna read what it says. I don't give a shit. Whose turn is it next? 2. Oh man. I don't have any spells prepped. Okay. Let's change that. I mean, I'm really gonna bring it home on this last turn here. 2. I'll gain a charge. I'll keep that. 1, 2, 3. That's the curse. Curse makes me suffer 1 damage. Draw a card. Discard. Come on, man. Just... That's it. Boom. Bouncing boom. Deal 2 damage. Alright, everybody. Thanks for joining me. That was the Ageless Walker. I'll see you next time. Bye.